As an engineer, we do morning checkoffs, and I was on an apparatus I'm not normally on and was doing just standard checkoffs. 100 psi of air. It just happened to blow the moment I walked in front of the truck. I'm alone. Felt my face, felt broken teeth and blood on my face. I didn't feel like getting up, but I knew that if I just stayed there, I could have been there indefinite. Then I stumbled into the fire station, collapsed on the floor, trying to self-treat, but just said help to the crew. It caught them off guard, so I was embarrassed for that, because we're supposed to be the ones doing the rescue, not being rescued.
From his nose to his lip to his eye, I mean, he looked like he could have been in a boxing match.
He was trying to kind of shield me from sadness. He would put on a smile. He was trying to keep me innocent from what has actually happened.
I saw about 10 different practitioners. The surgeon, a couple other doctors, the neurologist, a dentist and a dental surgeon, vision therapy, and an occupational and speech therapy.
He was able to maneuver through that, but it was a lot of therapy, a lot of different strategies.
I was trying to figure out what was organic and what was psychological as far as the symptoms that I was having.
His love language is service to others. So when he can't perform that service, I think it's part of his identity. He doesn't know who he is.
Work was my coping mechanism. It was easier to deal with other people's problems than it was to deal with my own.
He'll come back from a 48-hour shift and go up in the tree, cutting the tree down in 100-degree heat. He's always trying to do anything to help others.
A year went by and I still felt there was issues, and amidst all that, I experienced a lot of loss in our family.
It wasn't just because of his brain injury, it was because of multiple hardships. His mother passed away, and then his stepdad, and then his dad also had brain injury, and then both of our pets passed away, and then my brother, Braxton.
I just got a call from Braxton's coworker saying he didn't show up for work. Got to his apartment, his car was still there, and my heart's just going a mile a minute. PD came out, they go in and stack, and I'm following them, and then a cop turns around, starts pushing me back. And they just tell me that he's gone, and I know this from work. I mean, they found fentanyl in his body.
He moved out, got affiliated with the wrong crowd, and had something that was laced.
Oh,
It was challenging because you've seen this person who's just full of life and happy and smiling and just had a zest for life and his job, and he was just this hollow shell of a person. It was hard keeping everything together for the sake of the family.
The school had only been going on for 2 weeks for Farron. So because he's going back to school, I got to go back to work. And the first 3 calls that I run are all mental health, overdose, addiction. Oh, it's triggering. I mean, the first one was a 27-year-old living at home with his parents, and he was a heroin addict, and we treated him for his overdose. I told him less than a week ago my son died of a fentanyl poisoning. And you get a second chance. He's crying, the parents are crying. Maybe that was the first instance necessary for him to make those changes.
But through all this, he found comfort through ketamine therapy or groups like Concopi and Higher Ground.
I mean, there was therapy and stuff like that, but to actually go to these veteran-sponsored events, that concept of post-traumatic growth, that's where a lot of the healing is.
The grieving process never ends, but you grow around it, and I've definitely grown closer to him, because you're not going to persevere through these hardships without gaining wisdom and showing gratitude for what you do have.
I've done a lot of work, a lot of therapy, a lot of introspection and journaling and accelerated resolution therapy, replaying the events and then kind of painting over, trying to work the pieces out. Moving forward, what am I going to be in the future? And more importantly, what am I going to be today, like right now? all those things have shaped me, and I can accept them and try to seek out what positive can I take from that. That things that are truly catastrophic, do they help me relate to people in a different way? Absolutely.